Well, when the GCC nations cut ties and severed transport links with Qatar, it prompted fears of food shortages in the import-dependent country. But farmers are now finding inventive ways to fill the gap and soften the effects of the blockade. Burdon-Manley has more.
From the outside, there's little sign of life in this barren landscape. But take a closer look, and there's a flurry of activity as staff here double up efforts to fill a vacuum in the market caused by a diplomatic dispute in the Gulf. It's one of just 1,500 farms in Qatar, and it's turning the Saudi-led blockade, which is choking food imports, into an opportunity.
The
plan is to add more greenhouses and increase productivity. Usually this is a time to rest, but because of the GCC crisis, we use this opportunity to support the economy and limit the effect of the blockade.
Cucumbers, tomatoes and aubergines have been high in demand from this farm that sells over 45 products. It's clear from the packaging with pictures of Qatar's leader that even the vegetables have become a symbol of patriotism. But growing food in Qatar is not easy. With summer temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius, no natural rivers or lakes and non-arable desert, farmers have to get inventive.
We run a hydroponic farm. The water that feeds the plants has to be drinkable to make grade A produce. This water is continuously reused in our recycling stations.
Now these plants are made with a fertilizer rich in nutrients. You can see here it's made up of a mixture of coconut and volcanic stone. It means they need less water than soil. Now the water is pumped up through an aquifer. It's dripped down through the plants and fed then to the trees outside. This makes a homegrown meal not only possible, but essential for Qatar's food security. But there are other hurdles. Equipment to maintain climate control doesn't come cheap. The government is subsidizing farmers to adopt more efficient methods that recycle the most precious commodity in the desert, water.
We're using new technology and methods of irrigation on the farms. We are also helping farmers by subsidizing them and giving them loans with less than 1% interest.
And supermarkets are stocking more produce from Qatari farmers. Although they were flooded with imports from Turkey and Iran, they say there is more of a demand now for locally grown fruit and vegetables. Back on the farm, ALKALDI has little doubt that Qatar can handle this crisis. But to run these farms takes a lot of energy, something Qatar certainly doesn't lack. Burdon-Manley, Al Jazeera, Salal, Qatar.